Oppenheimer was better than Barbie. Twitter's new name is X. Gonna be interesting to search up X videos now. You should give it a try. And even worse than their new name is their new motto, Blaze Your Glory. I'm gonna blaze my glory tonight to some X videos. I tried kneeboarding this week. Probably one of the most exciting things you can do on your knees, depending on who you ask. In more tragic news, yesterday we lost Euphoria star Angus Cloud, one of my favorite characters in Euphoria. But beyond that, he's a person that is my age. He's 25. He lost his father a week ago, and his mental well-being was obviously not great for something like this to happen. And just a message to relay to you guys, please don't be afraid to talk to someone about your problems, especially you dudes out there. The statistics that we're going to be diving into in today's episode regarding males and their well-being is going to be staggering. I did some research and wow. I hope you guys enjoy this podcast. This is episode 102, and that was pretty much the intro. I was testing something new here. It's going to be easier for me to clip, but also on top of that, it's just going to be, it's more fun to start the video that way, I feel like. I don't know how many times I'm going to be able to do that because it took me like 7 takes to do this. But yeah, let's talk about the pressing news of Angus Cloud. If you guys didn't know, Angus Cloud is an actor who is born in 1998, so he's 25. He's a year younger than me, but he's most known for his role as Fez or Fezco in Euphoria, which is a great show. And to be honest, he kind of makes the show. I think he's the best actor in the show, with an exception of like at least top 3 with Nate and Sydney Sweeney's character. But yeah. And I did some research prior to filming this podcast on regards of like how he is unalive, and essentially I think his mom stated that it could be and is well likely a drug overdose. And knowing that their family lost their father the week before, there was reports that he was taking it really poorly. And it's just really sad to hear that, because it's a guy who is only a quarter into his potential life, and this is also a sorry, have I been dripping this whole time? LOL. But this is also a sign that like no matter how successful you are, no matter how many things, you don't know what someone's going through, and everyone takes things differently too. Like the loss of his father is obviously so detrimental to him that life does not seem like it is worth living anymore. Because the decision of unaliving yourself is it's not a dead end. What's the term? It's the biggest decision you can make in life, in theory, because it is the decision whether you want to live anymore or just end it there, the suffering of your own well-being and mental state. And it's really tragic. I'm actually reading a book about this, which is fucking crazy. I'm reading The Myth of Sisyphus, by, I think it's Albert Camus, the French philosopher. I think you guys should definitely read it. And he dissects the whole decision and philosophy behind suicide. And I said the word. Hopefully I don't get dinged on YouTube. Unaliving yourself. But yeah, it's a tragic subject. But real quick, and I will don't worry, guys. In this podcast, we'll talk about some fun stuff after this. But I just wanted to talk about this because this is so pressing, and I think this is the most important thing that I'm going to talk about today. I did some research prior to this podcast, and I looked on the CDC, which is, I would say, is a very decent source when it comes to statistics. But suicide, I'm so bad at this. Unaliving rates in men are over 4 times that of women in 2021 or 2022. So that means more men take their own lives 4 times over women, right? In a year or two ago. But yet, and this next statistic I read, it's also from the CDC, 25% of women seek help through therapy or any form of that, but only 13% of men. So that's a 12% drop off. And these are estimates. It's actually more particular. But so there's less men looking for professional help, but more of them that deal with unaliving themselves. Very staggering. And like, God, I don't know. It's crazy how common mental illness is nowadays, but I feel like mental illness was always around. It's just more prevalent now with social media that we were able to see things happen so fast, especially. And like, even, I don't know. I mean, like, I just, it's so crazy how many people go through, whether it's depression, anxiety, any of those, to a state where they do not want to struggle anymore at all. Like, where the cons outweigh the pros. And I've never been one to be like, hashtag suicidal, but I don't know. I get it. I get it in a sense of the struggle can be so bad that you don't want to feel that way anymore. But I can't truly understand the mind space or the mental space of someone who's going through that. And I can only wish them the best, that they get through it. And yeah, this is my last little piece on it. If you guys are struggling out there, please reach out to somebody, whether it's a professional, whether it's your homie, whether it's your fam, just someone you trust, and I'm going to pivot from this in a way of also learn to trust yourself. Cause yeah, you can, well, some people, when they talk to themselves, it might get worse, but truly something that I've recently experienced is I've forced myself to spend more time with myself. I've been going to movies alone and doing certain things alone, like reading and stuff like that. And it just sitting there in a space where you can kind of like think about your thoughts, LOL. But yeah, hopefully, I don't know, it's so tough, to figure out what can help you, because everybody's so fucking different. What might help me might not help you, and what helps someone else might. But ultimately, I do think that I'm like, majority of situations, it does make you feel a little bit better to get some type of help. So whether it's BetterHelp, whether it's the competitor, what are all of them? There's so many. And then whether it's your local therapist, some can be expensive, but you can never invest enough into yourself. Like, let's say your insurance doesn't cover it, right? And therapy is like, I know BetterHelp's like in the 30s per session. Well, and then there's some like legit therapists in big cities that can go up to like 100, right? Or like 60 per week or per month or whatever, right? That is that one concert ticket that you definitely bought. Because I know you're spending money out there, but I'm fooling. But you can find the money to invest in yourself, if you can, at least. Anyways, yeah, that was a tragic subject. But talking about spending time with myself, I've been watching movies by myself, and first off, one of the most liberating things in the world. Like, it is so freeing to just go in a motherfucking movie theater and just be like, you know what? I don't have to worry about anyone. I don't have to worry about anyone talking to me, which is usually me anyways, but I'm usually the one talking. But I can focus fully on the movie. I'm on my own pace. If I gotta pee, no one's gonna roast me. Dude, it's just peaceful, man. You sit there and it, like, those new recliner seats that all the theaters have too. You're just you're watching a great movie. I've watched 3 movies in the last week, or week and a half. I need to go to the dentist. That was a cold slurp, and my teeth are sensitive. I swear I have like 5 cavities right now. I need to get situated, but I'm just cheap and lazy. But yeah, I watched Barbie, Oppenheimer, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. All I will say is worth watching. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. All are worth watching. All are great movies. I'm going to say each of them are above 8 out of 10, or 80 in Rotten Tomatoes score, right? To me. Now, Barbie is the lesser of the 3. Shocker, I know. I'm definitely not the demo for Barbie, but I enjoyed it. I mean, it was a good movie. It will be somewhat memorable because of like the weekend of it. And Barbie, it was just fun. It was a fun movie. It had a message behind it. I don't know. Spoiler alert. Well, actually, I won't try to spoil it because I know it came out like a week or two ago. But there's a message behind it, and it is great. I took my niece and my sister and like a whole squad to go watch it. And although it might have blown over my niece's head, I think that the message for young women, especially, was a good one. Ryan Gosling bodied that motherfucking role. I think he was the best actor in that movie. Margot Robbie was also fucking amazing, of course. And then so many cameos, so many fun cameos. Like Simu Liu being the Asian Ken, that was awesome. One of Lana's friends, or one of the girls that went with us, at the end of the movie, she was giggling, and I asked her mom, I was like, "Why is she giggling?" She's like, "Cause she said that you look like the Asian Ken," and I was like, "Oh, little do you know that is one of the best compliments you could give me." Simu Liu is a baddie. Movie was so fun. The ending was a good one, and yeah, I mean, great names. There was a few. I did feel like it was dragging a little. It was a 2-hour movie, and it was like 10 or 15 minutes could have been cut off. It was dragging near the end where I could tell, like, because the kids were losing their attention span. I was kind of like, it's a little boring right now. But overall, like 8.5. Now, Oppenheimer. Okay, I'm so glad that I went to see Oppenheimer by myself also. I regret not seeing an IMAX. If you do watch Oppenheimer, I recommend you watch it in IMAX. Although I recommend everyone watch it in theaters rather than on TV. On when it streams, which I think will be in December or something. Even when it streams, it's going to be a great movie nevertheless. But the audio, like, especially of spoiler alert, well, not really spoiler alert because it happened in history, but of the bomb sequence, bro, fucking amazing. And I just like, I've never been one. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but as I'm getting older, I'm getting more into history and science, which is two subjects that I never liked in school. And I think it happens to be my fascination with life more, but also the ability to choose what I want to learn now versus in being in school and being forced to be like, oh, you're going to learn about fucking chameleons, or it's like fucking the randomest shit that I don't, well, chameleons are cool, but you know what I mean? So I'm sitting here watching this movie, and which is, I searched it up after, extremely historically accurate. There is a little bit of fabrication only with like a few scenes. Like I know there's one part with Einstein that was slightly fabricated, but everything for the most part was literally legit. Even the relationships, and like, God, it was just so freaking good. The storytelling behind that mixed with what is it, Christopher Nolan, I think. Was it Christopher Nolan? I don't want to get that wrong. Christopher Nolan, the director. Mixed with his directing, bro, freaking phenomenal. Also, no one told me it was kind of scary. There was like 2 or 3 scenes that scared the shit out of me with the way it was directed. Man, like Oppenheimer, I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10. It's not at that level where it's like solidified as one of my top like 20 movies, but I'm going to say it goes down as a top 50, definitely top 100 movie, but like probably top 50. I'm going to give it a 9.5. Like it was just absolute gas. I think the only thing holding it back is, I don't know. I don't even know. I have to rewatch it. I'm definitely going to rewatch that movie. That was freaking gas. Spider-Man, right between the two. I'm going to say it's a 9 out of 10. Some people like overhyped it for me, which I think that played a role in my bias against it, but it's still a fucking amazing movie. I think I was just expecting, which is my fault for having expectations, but I was expecting a little bit more because the first one is one of my top 20 movies of all time. It's my favorite animated movie of all time. It was a 10 out of 10, the Into the Spider-Verse, but Across the Spider-Verse was really good. I think it's the perfect sequel. I think it's perfect to set up the third one. The third one's about to be fire as fuck. And also, for all you adults out there that say that you can't get into animated like stuff, grow up. Nah, just like, but like seriously, you're missing out on like half of life. Half of the best things are animated, and it doesn't have anything to do with being a kid or an adult. I mean, most of the topics are very adult. Like even in Across the Spider-Verse, the whole relationship segment between the main character and the main love interest is just so great. So great. Let's see what else happened recently. I went to the lake just this week, yesterday, or this weekend, but to yesterday, and I came back. It was Emily's birthday. Zoran's girlfriend, aka both of them are my roommates. But Emily's birthday is actually, is it today? Oh, it is today. I should wish her happy birthday. We'll wish her happy birthday after this podcast. But she it was a lot of fun, man. And shout out to Lauren for having us out in her lake house. Also, lake houses are sick. I haven't been to a lake house ever, and so this was my first time. And I was like, I'm used to beach houses because I went to school at the beach, but the lake house was also really fun. I think if I had to pick the two, I would pick a beach house, but lake house just seems so easily to accessible because it was only like 45 minutes away. Also, the street was named after her like grandfather, which was sick. Lauren's grandfather, and the house was nice. They had like 4 or 5 bedrooms. Like it was great. It was funny because everyone there went to bed so freaking early, and I'm like, dang, we're getting old, guys. I didn't. I went to bed at like 3 or 4 a.m. and just looked at stars with this dude named Brandon, who's shout out to him. But yeah, good time. I went. The main thing with the lake is I did white people sports. If you guys didn't know what white people sports are, they're mostly involving water. Does that mean that? Why is that? Is that racist? Is that racist to think about? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, like wakeboarding. Like how many fucking black or Asian wakeboarders do you know? But yeah, it was like wakeboarding. Like I guess you could say surfing. Like lake surfing, I don't know, and kneeboarding. And I am an adrenaline junkie, so I wanted to learn. Tubing was also awesome. I got my ass fucking chopped. But kneeboarding was awesome. I learned the form of kneeboarding pretty fast. I think it was relatively easy to learn. But when it comes to surfing, so fucking hard. And I want to learn how to wakeboard next time, and that's gonna be my new journey. But yeah. It's fun being on my knees. No homo. Pause. JK, all homo. Yeah, let's talk about X, dude. So I don't know too much about this whole Twitter move, but obviously it's a direct move to compete against Threads. If I'm being honest, both Threads and X isn't really for me. I am on Threads. I'm on Threads more than X or / Twitter. But just the whole appeal of telling your status 24/7, just I don't have the time or the effort. Like I have so many things going on in my life that I just can't be threading it all the time. And I respect those that have the time and the effort to do that, especially if you're a full-time influencer, then that makes sense. But personally, I have other shit going on in my life. But what I will say is this shit with X is fucking goofy. First off, the motherfucking Elon, I love you to death because, you know, I drive one of your cars. I fucking love the car. What the fuck are you doing? He put a light that was like super shiny bright next to an apartment building to be an advertisement for X, and it was a giant X, like bright as fuck. And I believe he got sued because that is a form of trespassing, light trespassing. Because no one in that apartment next to it could sleep probably because it was so freaking bright, bruh. Like the sun bright. And then also like think about searching up X now, right? The only X websites that I fuck with are porn websites. I'm gonna be honest. X videos, X hamster, or hamster X, whatever. XX Tentacion. Actually, but sorry about that. I should have muted myself, but I'm a degenerate. But yeah, that is interesting that he went that route. If you go search up X, and you put videos, especially like or X content or something like that, I'm pretty sure you're gonna see porn before you see X. Or maybe he's playing 4D chess and he wants that. Who knows? There is a lot of nudity on the platform, anyways. So maybe that is the play. Yeah. Last little bit here because I want to wrap up before 30 minutes. My personal mental space and future plans and episodes because this is a solo. So personal mental space. Yesterday, dude, I was feeling down as fuck. Today, I'm getting better. Podcasting and drinking coffee and everything like that, it does help. But really, yesterday, like I didn't get much sleep. I fucking popped one of my tires, spent $450 to get it replaced. And then on top of that, like, I don't know. I just lately, I don't know whether it's the environments that I've been in or my lack of motivation towards like, not content. Content's been fine. A little bit stagnant. I need to start doing more YouTube content, which I am vlogging. I'm vlogging this weekend, like a full vlog, not none of these minute vlogs. I'm doing a full vlog in Epcot, Disney, for my main channel. So you guys stay tuned for that. But like, just I don't know, certain things with work, mixing with the environments I'm in, with the women that I've been like talking to, all just the recent like interactions I've had, and like I don't know. I honestly don't know what's causing it, but I was in a rut yesterday, and I was just sad. And then I saw the Angus cloud news, and that just made me even more sad. But I cried a little bit. Got a little bit in the car, just like 2 little teardrops. You know what I say? Because I'm a real one. Can't drop 3 tears, only 2. But yeah, I'm good now. I think there was just a lot of things going on at one time, and I was feeling really insecure about, I don't even know what. Just I don't know if it's like my personality or mental. Like I don't know. There's just a lot of things going on in my head, and it was tough, but I pushed through, and I knew that after I slept and did this podcast, I'd feel better, and I do feel better. I have a lot of things going on today, and yeah, with that, the last thing I want to talk to you guys about, I hope you guys are doing good too, by the way. If you are listening to these solo podcasts, you guys are literally like my besties, because this is where I just vent, and you guys are the best. Like, you're not here for the guests, you're here for me, and that means a lot to me if you're listening, and I know some of you guys that do. And I hope you guys are doing well in your mental health. And for those people who are listening, if you guys need someone to talk to, just DM me, dude. I respond to almost all messages as long as you're not creepy. All right, so future plans and episodes. I have a jam-packed month. I have I have Orlando this weekend to film for a airlines company that I will be partnering with. And also while I'm there, I'm going to hit Disney's Epcot to film a vlog because I want to get back into vlogging, dude. And then my sister has a humongous class. Shout out to her. She's a 50-person class that she'll be teaching for. And hopefully I'll make it to that to help out. But then the week after that, I am going to be in Atlanta to film 4 podcasts with 4 homies of mine. It's going to be really fun. You guys have to stay tuned for that one. We got Matt Arnold. We have, hopefully I can secure Harper, who is in like the top of OnlyFans, which will be crazy. My friend Tommy / ex-neighbor, who is a big time video editor for some huge YouTubers that he will hopefully name drop. And then we also have Kevin. Kevin went to college with me, who is an aspiring actor and hopefully going to crack into the Asian acting world. I'm really excited for those episodes. And then even the week after that, I have my birthday. I'll be turning 26, throwing a huge party at my house, trying to hit 100 people, but we'll see. And then, I also have a concert in between all of this. I'm going to Glaive, which would be fun. But yeah, just lots and lots of things. Who knows, man? Life is fun. Very interesting. Sorry for yawning. Not tired at all. A little bit, but yeah, hope you guys are doing well today and have a great week. Again, if you guys are in a weird mental space, vent, find a way, find a person. I'm venting to you guys on this camera, and it's making me feel amazing. You guys can always message me my DMs. I'll try to get to them. The only times I don't is like creepy or if I'm really busy. But please, please, please stay tuned for the future podcast. I think the next week episode won't be anything crazy, but the ones after that will be fun guests from Atlanta. And follow my Instagram and my main YouTube channel, Loon Kdo. I'm going to be bringing back the vlogs. I'm really hyped for that. I don't know how long it's going to take me to edit that, but that will be priority number one as soon as I vlog it this weekend. All right, love you guys. Have a great weekend. I will see you guys next week. Peace and RIP Angus Cloud.